brief pause. The young farm girl removes her protective gloves, stepping away from the initial screening site to commence the next crucial phase of her landscaping project. She swiftly maneuvers a heavy iron wheelbarrow, loading it with the freshly sifted fine sand before transporting it to a muddy clearing. Dumping the first pile, she precisely pours a load of gray cement powder on top, initiating the foundational mixture. This meticulous preparation is not merely gathering materials, but laying the indispensable groundwork for her ambitious garden structure. The actual mixing begins. Thrusting her shovel into the dry blend, the young woman forcefully folds and cuts the sand and cement together until distinct colors merge into uniform gray. She shifts focus to a heart-shaped outline of green bricks awaiting attention, digging a circular pit in the mound's center. She pours clear water from a bucket to activate the binding process. This transformation of dust into mortar is not merely physical change, but the awakening of structural integrity. The heavy shovel turns rhythmically as water integrates with the dry mixture. Bubbles emerge while she carefully controls the stirring intensity. Pulling a white wheelbarrow to the fresh concrete pile, she loads the material and leans forward steadily, pushing the cart toward the foundation. The thick mixture slides down the wall into the trench, filling the base as she continuously dumps more material from above. Such relentless transportation transcends mere manual labor, serving as the physical manifestation of her unwavering dedication. Focus shifts to the center. Crouching inside the heart-shaped planter, the young farm girl levels the soil with her shovel before pouring and spreading concrete to create a flat base. Grasping a trowel and bucket, she steps into the structure to commence delicate bricklaying. Kneeling, she applies mortar between bricks with skillful precision, treating each placement like sculpting a masterpiece. This transition from heavy lifting to fine craftsmanship reveals her profound understanding of architectural aesthetics and design. The grand design takes shape. Viewed from above, the young woman positions bricks at the heart's tip, carefully adjusting angles for a flawless curve. Surrounded by scattered materials, she places a hollow cement brick on fresh mortar, tapping it gently with her trowel to ensure stability. As construction proceeds, the outer contour closes through the steady rhythm of fetching, spreading, placing, and tapping. This repetition is not monotonous toil, but a steady manifestation of her growing achievement. Holding her breath, she presses the brick firmly into mortar, checking the alignment line before scraping away excess slurry with her trowel. Once a straight section is complete, she reinforces the top with a final layer, preparing to build the second tier. Crouching beside the planter, she applies fresh cement to the first layer. As new bricks settle into place, the boundaries of the two heart shapes become clear, accelerating progress. Such meticulous attention ensures lasting durability. The structure rises. In the distance, the farm girl works beside the growing planter, applying final plaster to reinforce the outer wall. She pauses to clean her tools, surveying her work with quiet satisfaction. Back in the heart-shaped outline, she adjusts a brick with her trowel, hollow bricks waiting nearby. Moving to the other side, she places a brick precisely on the cemented arc, tapping it gently to secure its place. This blend of macro reinforcement and micro adjustment shows her mastery of the craft. Her hands move with purpose between gray mortar and rough bricks, ensuring each placement adheres to strict structural standards. Rising briefly to adjust her stance, she bends back to work. The heart's lower contour has noticeably grown taller. Against the backdrop of a babbling stream, She spreads a thick layer of cement on the newly laid foundation. Sweat beads on her forehead. Yet her pace remains relentless, her precision undimmed by fatigue. This unwavering focus honors not just the task at hand, but the very land beneath her feet. The wall rises steadily. Amidst the soothing sound of the stream, bricks transform into a solid structure under her hands. She sets the final brick, tapping its side to verify alignment. As mortar squeezes out, she swiftly scrapes it away, capturing her focus. In white gloves, she places a hollow brick, using her trowel to adjust its level. Each tap reflects her pursuit of structural harmony and precision. The dual hearts begin to emerge. The sprawling landscape reveals the full scope of construction, with the young woman laboring in the corner against a backdrop of lush mountains and flowing water. Bending down, she picks up a brick and places it accurately on the cemented second layer, scraping away surplus mortar with her trowel. As another brick is securely set, the heart-shaped wall reaches 3 layers, significantly enhancing structural stability. Approaching the closing section, she carefully fills the final gap and smooths the surface cement. This continuous elevation is not just adding height, but solidifying the very soul of the garden. She continues along the curved trajectory, the cement bucket following closely. With fluid precision, she shovels, places, and taps, pushing the wall higher. She carries a heavy half brick to fill a corner gap, scraping it horizontally to ensure the lines remain smooth. Standing at the central intersection of the dual hearts, she firmly sets a hollow brick at the joint, pressing down hard to bond with the underlying cement. Now 4 layers high, she skillfully wipes away seeping cement from the sides, showcasing extreme control over the details. This intricate joining of 2 shapes is not merely physical, but a harmonious union of her dual design vision. Sweat beads on her temples, yet her movements remain steady as she reinforces the planter's pointed tip. She sets the final hollow bricks, using a trowel for precise horizontal leveling with decisive motions. Without pause, she begins meticulous secondary pointing of exposed exterior joints to enhance aesthetics. Bending at the foundation, she applies mortar, places a brick, and taps it into alignment. This relentless precision reflects an internal standard of excellence, not external pressure. The structure grows robust. She lifts a new brick, skillfully applying mortar as the curved wall takes its final form. A panoramic view reveals the manor embraced by green mountains, with distant wheelbarrows and planting beds illustrating the project's comprehensive progress. Overhead, she works on one side of the dual heart planter, the wall now elevated to 4 layers. Standing inside, she uses a long wooden trowel to smooth the inner brick surface, filling depressions between stones. This meticulous smoothing ensures a flawless canvas for future soil and plants. She levels the top, right hand wielding the wooden trowel, left bracing the brick edge. She presses the wall to ensure uniform height. Mortar is scooped into gaps and compacted with a rotating twist, revealing geometric grace. She refines joint edges until cement blends seamlessly with stone, making the structure appear flawlessly integrated. Bending at the planter's right, she trims the mortar with gentle precision. This rigorous finish serves not just aesthetics, but creates a durable, weather-resistant barrier for the core structure beneath it. She rises, circling the planter to carefully inspect wall height and curvature from every angle. Stepping inside the heart shape, she crouches low, spreading mortar with fluent, practiced ease. Lifting her bucket of tools, she exits toward the stream steps to begin cleanup. An overhead view frames the dual hearts against lush green, the creek flowing gently beneath the wooden bridge. This shift from active building to final inspection marks the successful culmination of her masonry work. The scene shifts to domestic life. The young farm girl crosses the wooden bridge near a parked tractor. Red roses tremble in the breeze, revealing vibrant vitality. Inside an exquisite wooden pavilion, she changes into a pink t-shirt and washes dishes at the faucet. In the kitchen, she places bowls on the wooden stove and ignites the portable gas burner, where a blue flame suddenly bursts to life. This shift from outdoor labor to indoor routine marks a return to the comforting rhythm of rural existence and daily peace. She lifts a pristine white block of vegetarian meat, setting it firmly on the cutting board to prepare for dicing. With rhythmic precision, her knife slices through, releasing the first neat piece. Moving to the stove, she carefully places the strips into a steaming hot pan in 2 separate batches. Using long chopsticks, she spreads them flat as oil bubbles dance energetically at the edges. This meticulous preparation is not merely cooking, but a way to savor the rewards of her hard labor through culinary art. She places a fresh tomato on the board, slicing it with swift precision. Japan returns to the heat. Chopsticks reveal the vegetarian meat has turned a delightful scorched yellow. She carefully transfers the fried slices to a white porcelain plate. Then tomato and chili hit the hot oil, instantly erupting in a massive cloud of white smoke. This explosive sizzle is not just cooking, but the awakening of a rich, mouth-watering aroma that fills the rustic kitchen. She tears open a seasoning packet, evenly sprinkling salt and sugar to elevate the sauce's umami layers. The vegetarian meat slides into the bubbling tomato base, causing the rich liquid to splash, covering the pan with a transparent lid. She steps back, watching condensation gathered during the final braise. Minutes later, she lifts the lid. Hot steam rushes out, revealing that the sauce has reduced to a thick, glossy consistency. This careful simmering infuses every bite with patience and warmth. She tilts the flat pan using chopsticks to lift the vegetarian meat, now thoroughly soaked in rich soup, and stacks it neatly on the plate. The remaining thick tomato base is poured evenly over the dish, completing the core presentation. From a high angle, she carefully places green sprigs along the edge with light aesthetic movements. Finally, she sprinkles finely chopped scallions over the center, creating an inviting contrast of red and green. This final touch celebrates the beauty of a harmonious, self-sufficient lifestyle.